Okay guys, so now we're in this area after like a 2-minute walk from the Plaza de la Trinidad, where we had our natural juice. And we arrived to this really nice place. This is called like the Hall of the Umbrellas in the neighborhood of Gethsemane. And it is an important place because it changed a lot maybe in about 5 years. This area was where they would sell all the drugs and everything around the city. So what they did is that the neighbors around here, because this is a very local place still, you can find a lot of people that live here that are from Cartagena. They were tired of this and they started creating murals, they started creating paintings, you know, and they changed everything so this would be like a touristic place, including the umbrellas that you were going to see in one moment. So now they actually put some like even wings so people can take pictures, and they put some boxes for people to leave maybe a tip or something to support the cause. And this action has made all this area very different. It changed a lot. A lot of people come here to take pictures, you know, and it's kind of like an Instagrammable place. So you can come here and have this little nice walk to just start the day after that, you know, nice breakfast. So we're gonna go next to our next point, and you're just gonna enjoy this nice little más cortas de esto, de unos 3 segundos. Okay guys, so basically 2 minutes again walk from the Umbrellas Hall if you like to work out, right? This is a nice place that you can come to. Right there, going down the exit from the Umbrellas, you're gonna find this little spot. And if you wanna just hit the gym, you know, the gym, the bars, whatever it is, then you can do it right here, okay? So we got some coconut water for, guys, 2 for 3,000 right here, and they bag it, you know, the Colombian style. And yeah, right there by the working out thing that I just showed you. Really nice. Hey guys, we have walked right now around 15 minutes from the park. We did some workout and we bought the coconut water, and we arrived at the Club de Pesca or Fishing Club. It is located in the neighborhood of Manga, and you just need to cross the bridge that you're going to be seeing exiting Gethsemane. Right here, I want to explain you a little bit of the history of Cartagena and why the neighborhoods and why basically the city is so important. Right here on the back we have the neighborhood of Boca Grande, or in English, Big Mouth. The name, it actually has a meaning because if you see over there at the end, normally the boats will turn right. There is a big mouth in the ocean where you can go into the bay, so you can come into Cartagena. That's why the name is Boca Grande, because there was a big mouth. Due to this, the Spanish colony or the Spanish crown created underneath walls that will not let any big ship cross this area, so they would have to go all the way around to an area called Little Mouth or Boca Chica, which was a smaller mouth of the entrance to the city of Cartagena. All that area was basically constructed and built with fortress, so anyone that would want to come here, you know, and was not welcome, well, basically was really not welcome, because all the way was just going to receive bombardments and attacked by the different forts, ships, and everything that the Spanish had built to defend this great city. Before of that, we actually saw on a small shot the castle of St. Philip's, which is very important also because right there is where all the gold was stored, and the only way to get into that castle or near that castle was through here, where nowadays it's all the touristic area It's all the boats, it's all the bay, and it's basically just, you know, Cartagena vibes, sun, beach, and drinks, right? So it's a little bit of history. And also we have here, you can see these are like some Navy boats, because here is located the Navy of Colombia, one of the bases. So there's some ships due to that. Okay, you can get here really easy. Like I said, it is called the Fishing Club or Club de Pesca, and here is a great place to have a nice sunset, you know, get a really nice view of the city and have some nice photos. Also important right here, there's a really nice restaurant, like really nice, you know, it's like a high quality restaurant. Prices are like high, but it's also a great place to come if you want to come here. Okay, so we're gonna go to our next stop. Okay guys, so welcome to the park of Simón Bolívar. We arrived here after around 20 minutes of walking from the place that we were at in the video before. And basically this area is already a part of the old town, but the neighborhood where the royalty would live back in the day. We're not in Getsemani anymore, but inside the old city. So basically the way that we got into here is through the clock tower. We actually crossed that time-lapse that you saw, and then you go into this new area where is basically the old city, parks like this. Everything's a little more organized, and here you can see this is the statue of Simón Bolivar, a very important person, not only for Colombia but many countries like Panama, Venezuela, Bolivia, and Peru. And they made this statue in commemoration of him and the battle that he had here in Cartagena. As you can see here, it says, Cartageneros, if Caracas gave me life, you gave me the glory. Talking about the battles that he lived here back in the day. If you could see right here on the back, right there, there's like a building. You can see the entrance. That is the Palace of the Inquisition. It's a very important place also because back in the day, when Inquisition was happening in Europe, there was also happening here in Cartagena, or the Great Colombia, also known as. So here, they actually killed a lot of people due to that. You know, the slavery and slaves had a different way of thinking. So there was like a lot of witchcraft supposedly, but it was their gods. You know, they came from Africa, so they had a different way of seeing life. And the Spanish crown saw this as, you know, other gods and basically not being with the crown. So they did some stuff that we'll show you later to mark the people or the houses that were with the crown and the ones that were kind of like rebels back in the day, right? And then here, this park has like a nice vibe. You can see there's a lot of people sitting, just chatting, just being, you know, local. So a lot of local people just come here and chat, you know, listens to some music. There's a saxo player, and you know, you just kind of like rest a little while you're walking around here. So also you can see that right here, there's like a lot of pigeons. That's something that happens a lot. Also, you can see that they sell a lot of like drinks here, fruits, and then it's an area to just chill, you know, a little stop, having some information that is really important, and actually acknowledging that this statue has an importance here because this guy helped with the independence of not only Colombia, but like I said, Panama, Venezuela, Bolivia, and Peru. And yeah, we're gonna continue, and we're gonna show you the window of the Inquisition where you could actually leave a note, and basically if someone was against the crown, you could denounce them and say basically that they were doing witchcraft and they would just persecute them. Okay, so we're gonna go there now. So this right here is the Palace of the Inquisition. There's an entrance, and it's now a museum. So you can actually see a lot of the story that happened here. Here are the machines where, you know, they would torture people that were against the crown. And yeah, this is the entrance. So if you want to come here, that's also a nice museum, and maybe you can take around 1 hour or 2 hours depending on your rhythm. And then we arrive here to this important place. This is the window of the denouns, where you could basically come here and leave a note. And if you thought basically someone was with witchcraft or, you know, doing stuff that supposedly wasn't good in that time, you would leave a note anonymously, and then they would persecute the persons. Another important thing that you'll see right here is while you're walking, you're gonna see like some pointy things on the rooftops, like this house right here, some pointy things, and then another one right there. You'll see it a lot. That was back in the day, the crown of the Spain said that all houses had to have that. It would mean that this would basically make all the witches go away, you know, like it was kind of like a shield for the house, so the witches wouldn't come to your house. Also, right here you could see the doors. You see this is like a lion, and then it has like some buttons here on the doors, and you're gonna see it around a lot of houses, like that one too. They all have different shapes. You know, back in the day, it would actually mean something. So if, for example, it had a lion, you know, then it would actually mean it was with the military. So for example, this one was a military back in the day, right? And then these buttons would be made out of gold, for example. They would have less, and it would just mean that they had you know, a certain number of slaves. So if the house had like 8 buttons, let's say here, it would mean they had 8 slaves. And then this was mean also that it was a house from the military, and also this small door was only used by the slaves, and then the big door was used by the owner. So that's another important thing. And then, like I said, the pointy rooftops that you could see. So now, for example, this is another door, right? This one has kind of like a fish, and like I said, it had a meaning. So this would be a fisherman, you know, someone that had to do with that segment, you know, of society. And then, yeah, this is another house. If it had like something maybe with a dragon or with a lizard, then it would mean they were from the royalty, right? And all this is on the old town, you know, the inner part of the city, where basically it's inside the clock tower, and everything, as you can see, it's fancier, it's more organized, due to that, because this was the, you know, the rich neighborhood back in the day. So yeah, we're gonna continue. We got this really nice street right here, and this is like a condominium that still is here, like, you know, local people still live here in the old city. So it's really nice to see this, you know, a nice neighborhood inside the old city. You got some boutiques, you know, they sell bikinis, they sell jewelry, they sell emeralds, which is something very strong here in Colombia. You could also see they sell like handcraft stuff in general. And right here we're walking towards the most important defensive point, or one of the most important from the walls, and it's also a really nice place to have a drink in the afternoon, you know, a cocktail, a beer, or whatever is your, you know, your taste or your desires. Okay guys, as I was saying, we're walking to a really nice place, and also an important defensive place of Cartagena. This is the bastion of Santo Domingo, and it is the most important defensive place in the walls. As you can see here, you see the Caribbean. This is the ocean from where the ships would come from, and back in the day, this was a place where any ship that would try to come near the walls would be destroyed. That's why they would have to go to the big mouth, Grande, as I said before and explained. And as you can actually see, you can imagine a little more of how the war would be back in the day, you know, with those ships, with the walls, with the Spanish crown. And you can imagine that this was a place with a lot of like magical and crazy stuff happening, right? The nice place also of here is at the afternoon, it's a great place to watch the sunset. This is a bar that is called Café del Mar. It's very famous also, and here you can can get like really nice cocktails, enjoy the sunset. It has a great vibe. They even have a live DJ right here. You can see the platform right there. And then they have a live DJ. You know, the sun normally poses or goes down over here. You know, the sunset. So you have a great view. The prices are good. Around the greatest, the best cocktail, 40,000, 45 cocktails at 20,000, 30,000 pesos. Okay. And then you got the neighborhood of Boca Grande, which we already know there. And this is like the most important avenue that connects to the ocean from Boca Grande to the airport when you arrive here. So come here to Café del Mar. The best time will be sunset or in the sunrise, which is also a nice place because it's like this empty. You can get great photos, and like I said, those are really nice tips that not a lot of people know. There normally is a line, but it doesn't take that long. So when you come here, don't just walk away because you see a line. It is a fast line normally, and also, yeah, enjoy this nice spot. Okay.